Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are going up against my friend For The Battles, so you might have heard of her. I will leave a link to her YouTube channel as well as her Twitter in the description down below. So thanks a lot for the battles, pun intended. So yeah, another thing I wanted to say is thank you so much. We actually reached our donations for the Orlando Mega Cup tournament, so I will be there alongside Jokes311. So if you want my Sylph Arena handshake badge, definitely come up and ask me for it. I'll be distributing it probably all day long. Whoever wants it, just feel free to ask and you shall receive. But anyway, can't wait to meet For The Battles next month. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait for that tournament. So yeah, we had some fierce competition. The battles seemed to have went back and forth, and sometimes she won a few, sometimes I won a few. Yeah, it was just definitely a lot of fun, and we have a very similar team. So let's take a look at her team. She has Wishcash, Shiftry, Alolan Mawak, Alola, Ninetales, Noctowl, and Probopass, and my team is Noctowl, Bronzong, Shiftry, Poliwrath, Alolan, Mawak, and Wishcash. So we both have Noctowl, we both have Shiftry, we both have Wishcash, both have Alolan Mawak. The difference is she has that Ninetales and Probopass, and I have the Bronzong and Poliwrath. So let's go ahead and we're gonna see what happens. As you guys know from my video yesterday against Speedy, he absolutely wrecked me with Noctowl. It was just bad team composition all around on my end. I mean, Noctowl is definitely beatable, but not when you bring 2 or 3 things that can't touch it, you know, or that lose to it. So, but that's why we practice, and we've been practicing since they announced the Fusion Cup, and I cannot wait to continue practicing. I generally have an idea of the Pokemon I'm going to be running, but there's still more Pokemon I want to come out, or I want to use, I should say, especially in tomorrow's video. I can't wait for tomorrow's video. You definitely want to check it out. We're using a Pokemon that I really haven't seen discussed in the Fusion Cup at least, so I can't wait for that video. Definitely tune in to it. But anyway, right now we have my Noctowl against her Probopass, and this is a way to beat Noctowl. You have a Probopass out, right? Obviously Noctowl can't really touch it, so she's going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide. We are going to be weak to it, and we're going to lose that game. So she does go ahead and pick up the first game. So as I said, very tough opponent, very competitive, a lot of fun to battle, though I cannot wait to battle again. So I'm going to lose, but I'm going to lose with honor in that game. But jumping into game 2, she leads with Probopass, I lead with my Wishcash, so definitely positive for me. She switches into Wishcash, I pull the switch into Shiftry. I do have to watch out for the Blizzard, but I know I'll be able to get to Leaf Blades, which is 100% going to take a shield, and if it doesn't take a shield, it's going to knock out the Wishcash. This could be a Mud Bomb as a bait, but I did not want to take a chance. It is a Mud Bomb, so that was a nice bait on her end, but I knew I would be able to get to a Leaf Blade to either knock out the Wishcash or take the shield, so we do go ahead and successfully take that shield. So I am going to go ahead and shield this because I knew I would ultimately end up winning the match, even if that was a bait. So we do go for the Leaf Blade, and this definitely will knock out that Wishcash because Wishcash has no shields left, so we are going to go ahead and knock it out. We have no shields as well, but that's fine. Anyway, she brings in Probopass. I don't know this matchup, so I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade to see how much damage it does. And it does a fair amount. I mean, we charge up. It takes 3 Snarls to get the Leaf Blade, and that's a good amount. So I'll definitely take that damage. We get hit with the Rock Slide. That's a lot of damage, so that's a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade and just almost knock it down, trying to get to 1 more Leaf Blade. She actually pulls the switch, so that was a nice switch to catch my Leaf Blade. That was a good play on her end, saving up some energy. We are going to switch as well into my Poliwrath. Now, I did switch into Poliwrath because I knew I could take a Leaf Blade, so we are going to successfully take that Leaf Blade, and we're going to be able to get to our Dynamic Punch to knock out the Shiftry. So I wasn't concerned with the Shiftry. She didn't have energy on it when I came in, and then she brings in Probopass. Totally fine because Probopass will be able to knock us out. And then we have a Wishcash, so we're going to bring that and just knock out the Pokemon. So we do go ahead and win that game. So very good game. Very good game. So let's see what happens in the next one. Yeah, this video is like over a half hour, guys. So if you're sticking around, I really do appreciate you, and thank you guys so much. So Noctowl versus Poliwrath, as you know, we're not going to be able to win that matchup. So we do switch. I do charge up energy, but she switches into Ninetales, and at least it's not a Probopass because then we wouldn't be able to touch it at all. So we do get off that Sky Attack. I mean, it's okay damage. I'll take the damage. I know we'll be able to get to another one. I'm expecting a shield because she probably doesn't want the Alolan Ninetales to go down. So the shield does come up. Totally fine. Trying to get to another one, but I'm afraid she will be able to feint us. We actually do get to one, but she does feint us. And I know she probably has energy ready to go, as she does. So I'm going to go ahead and take this attack. It will be a Psyshock. So as you can see, we can take it, and then we'll just use one Fire Spin to knock out the Alolan Ninetales. Totally fine. Totally fine. Let's see what comes in. It is going to be that Noctowl with energy in the bank, ready to go. Obviously, we know we can't stay in. So we actually both switch at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Ice Punch, which will do a good amount of damage to that Shiftry. About half. Not going to go ahead and knock it out. I do block the Sleep Blade. We can't take it from this range. And we will be able to charge up and get to an Ice Punch. Now I know she has a shield. She's going to shield this. Definitely not a good position for me because I know what she has in the back. So we cannot get to another Ice Punch, which is unfortunate for us. So that means Poliwrath will be going down. And then we bring in the Alolan Marowak. And my goal is just to farm this down. But I also know she has a Noctowl. So it's like, you guys know Alolan Marowak can't touch Noctowl. So she's going to switch. That's fine. I mean, there's nothing I could do. I could have went for the Shadow Ball right there, but it wouldn't have mattered. So I just waited for her attack to finish me off. So good game. She does go ahead and pull that one out. Definitely a good game. Definitely a good game. So as you can see, we've already talked about Noctowl in the previous video, but you can see why it's good. Anyway, I lead with my Bronzong. She does lead with Shiftry. Definitely positive for her because she does have that foul play. So I do have to kind of get out of there. I don't want to be hit by a foul play. So she switches into Whiscash, which I'm actually okay with. I know we have the threat of Blizzard, but we just have to be careful with it. I am going to go ahead and take a shield, so that's good for us. Now, I think I go ahead and shield, yeah, because this could be a Blizzard as it is, so didn't want to take it. So I do go ahead and shield. So even on shield at this point, I am going to go ahead and go for that Sky Attack. And we're going to try and get to another one. And we're almost there. Can we get to it? We couldn't get to it. So we're either going to take the last shield or knock out that Whiscash. And she does decide to shield. Probably because she wants to get to a Blizzard. Now, I take a gamble and I don't shield. And it's actually a Blizzard. I'm like, oh no, guys. I thought she was going to bluff me. Try and take my last shield. And then charge up to a Blizzard and knock me out. So, but that's not the case. She does go straight for the Blizzard. So nice play on her end. Going for the Mud Bomb, and she will switch into Shiftry. She does go for the Leaf Blade, so I will block this Leaf Blade. So yeah, that Blizzard really got to me. So I am going to get to a Dynamic Punch though, and this does knock out a Shiftry in one hit. So Dynamic Punch coming through, knocking out Shiftry. Ice Punch will not knock it out in one hit from a Poliwrath, but Dynamic Punch will. She brings in the Noctowl. I am going to go ahead and go for that Ice Punch. I will knock it out, but I am switching into Bronzong, and at this point, I thought I was going to win the game, because I'm like, well, Bronzong resists all of Noctowl's moves. No, it doesn't. It has Nightshade, and I didn't even realize that. I was totally thinking Psychic and Sky Attack, and she hit me with a Nightshade. I'm like, that makes sense on Noctowl. That's probably the best moveset on Noctowl, to be honest with you, because if you think about it, Psychic hits Fighting and Poison. Flying hits Poison. Flying hits Fighting, plus Flying hits the Grass types, which are also poison, like Venusaur and Victreebel. So Nightshade probably makes the most sense on that. Either way, we do go ahead and win that despite taking that Blizzard to the face. But we are able to pull that one through. So good game. So we're about 9 minutes in. We're still going on. We have my Whiscash versus her Alolan Ninetales. So let's see what happens. She is going to get me with Charm, but I am just going to charge up to a couple Mud Bombs. I think I'm one Mud Shot short from a Mud Bomb. Let's see. No, I'm not. I do have back-to-back Mud Bombs. Okay, so we do get the back-to-back Mud Bombs, and that will be met with a shield. Totally fine. She's just going to try and feint me down. She'll be able to do so, but at least we're able to take shields. So we do go ahead and get that Mud Bomb going, and she uses her energy. It was probably a CMP tie. She should have just fainted me down and used her energy on whatever came in, but I'm sure it was a CMP tie, so she's trying to beat me to my mud bomb. Totally reasonable. I've done it before. Anyway, I go straight for the ice punch because I have Pokemon that are weak to charm, so I have to get rid of that Ninetales. She does bring in the Shift Tree, and I was trying to beat it to a dynamic punch, was not successful. I'm going to go ahead and shield this Leaf Blade, and I go straight for that dynamic punch, trying to knock out the Shift Tree. We definitely want to. It does knock it out, and then she brings in Noctowl, and I am going to go ahead and go for the dynamic punch. You know what? Ice Punch is probably better. Dynamic Punch is neutral. I think Ice Punch is better, though, in that situation, but I just went for that Dynamic Punch to see the damage. Anyway, we're bringing Shift Tree. This is terrible for us, guys. It looked like we were going to win, but then we had a bad team comp because we had multiple things that were weak to not only Ninetales, but to Noctowl. So, but again, that's why we practice. Just because we had a bad team composition, we can learn from that, and we can improve as we continue to build our teams and decide what Pokemon to bring. So for the next game, I lead with Noctowl. I do catch the lead. She does lead with Shift Tree, so I assume she's going to get out of there as soon as she can, as she does. Into Ninetales, and then I switch into my Bronzong. Now, Bronzong does win this matchup, but the thing is, you still take a lot of damage from that Ninetales because Charm is still a powerful move. Plus the added damage from Ice Beam or Psyshock. It adds up, right? You can see how much damage. It's really close. It's closer than you would expect, isn't it? She actually gets off another charge move. And does she actually beat me? Let's see. No, we actually survive. Look how much. We have like 2 HP, 1 HP. Ninetales could probably win that matchup if Bronzong is really slow on the switch. But anyway, we lose that. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Noctowl and click on that Sky Attack immediately because we had it ready to go. And that will be met with a shield. Totally fine. She switches. I switch immediately. Blind switch. Didn't know what was coming in, but I knew it couldn't have been great for Shift Tree. Although Shift Tree is okay against Probopass, I guess. But I decided to do the blind switch because I wanted to save my Shift Tree anyway. I am going to go ahead and knock out that Pokemon, and now the Shift Tree comes in. I am going to go ahead and let this Leaf Blade go through. We actually survive and get off an Ice Punch. We could have gotten that Dynamic Punch, but I didn't even expect to survive. I just clicked on Ice Punch. So she does go ahead and knock us out, and I bring back my Noctowl, and I am going to go ahead and shield this. It is going to be a foul play. That's fine. We could have survived it, but you might as well shield it. Does she go for another foul play? Let's see. She should, but I think we survive it anyway. Yeah, she goes for foul play. We survive it. And we are able to get to a Sky Attack. So, yeah, Shift Tree is really dangerous for this Cup. It was eligible in Timeless as well, but I think it's better for the Fusion Cup. Just have such good coverage, and it gets to the charge moves really fast with Snarl. So I'm loving it as my Grass type. But let's see the next game. Wishcash versus that Probopass. So we do go ahead and catch this lead. She's going to switch into Ninetales. I am going to go ahead and switch into Noctowl. Definitely didn't want to switch into Poliwrath, although we did take a little bit of time to switch, but it's okay because I wanted to charge up my Wishcash, have energy ready. She will shield that, that's fine. I am going to go ahead for another Sky Attack. Let's see if she does shield this one up. She does not, so it doesn't knock it out though. Doesn't knock it out. I still have 2 shields. I decided to shield this. I was debating. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have let Noctowl go, but I went ahead and shielded it. And then we do go ahead and knock out that Alolan Ninetales. Let's see what comes in. It's going to be that Probopass. Obviously, that's why I wanted to let Noctowl go. But that's okay because we'll be able to get a little bit of damage off, switch in, and now we have that Mud Bomb energy charged up, and we're able to get it off. We'll be met with a shield. Totally fine. She switches into Shift Tree, trying to go for the Blizzard. I am going to go ahead and shield this. So, yeah, just because, generally, obviously, Wishcash does not have a good matchup against Shift Tree, but when they have no shield, you can get to a Blizzard if you have a shield. So I felt comfortable with doing that. She's going to go ahead and hit me with a Rock Slide, but we resist that. Trying to get to another Mud Bomb, we do get to it. So we're going to go ahead and get off a Mud Bomb against that Probopass. and we're going to try and feint it down. She actually does get to a charge move. That's totally fine. She's only at like 1 HP. It doesn't matter if it knocks us out. It does, but that's fine. We're going to bring a Noctowl, and we actually both go down at the same time, but I still had a Pokemon in the back, so we're still going to win that one. So good game. Good game. So let's jump into another one. I am going to lead with my Alolan Marowak. Wanted to try it out. She leads with the Alolan Ninetales, so I'll definitely take this. I mean, we have Fire Spin. She's going to go ahead and switch into the Shiftry, and you know what? I could have switched out. I mean, Shiftry does resist this. You'll see how much damage it does. It still does a lot of damage. Look how much damage that does. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this. Don't want to take a foul play as it is. And we do have Fire Spin, as I said, so we're just going to feint down the Shiftry. So Shiftry does go down, and Whiscash comes in. I do decide to switch into my Noctowl. I do have to be careful because of Blizzard. And let's see what happens. It is going to be a Blizzard, so we actually survive it. You can see how tanky Noctowl is. You know, I could have stayed in maybe with... Nah, I didn't want to stay in with the Alolan Marowak because I don't want to take those Mud Bombs. So anyway, she switches into Ninetales to knock me out. I am going to go ahead and go into my Alolan Marowak. Click on that Shadow Ball. That's why I didn't go for Shadow Ball immediately against the Whiscash. Wanted to use it against this Alolan Ninetales, and we are able to finish it off with Fire Spin. She does bring in the Whiscash. I am going to go ahead and allow my Marowak to go down. As it does, it falls. So I will bring in Poliwrath, and we both have a shield. This is looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead for the Dynamic Punch. I thought about baiting with the Ice Punch, but it was only like one extra Mud Shot. I didn't think it was really worth baiting. I am going to go ahead and take this. Obviously, it's not going to be a Blizzard. It's a Mud Bomb. She actually has back-to-back Mud Bombs, so I'll block one of them. I didn't think she had back-to-back, but she does. So I will block that, and now just have to charge up to a Dynamic Punch. We both lag, unfortunately. And it looked like I got a couple of extra hits in, so I do go for the Dynamic Punch. She actually lives this attack, as you'll see in just a moment after the game decides to stop lagging. So it does, like, she lives. I actually stop attacking because I'm like, well, I'll let her get off one more Mud Bomb. So I do allow her to get off one more Mud Bomb once she starts attacking to see if she would have knocked me out. If she would have knocked me out, I would have given her the game. I didn't think she would have, but as she didn't, so then we're able to finish it off because it did look like I got a couple of extra hits in, so she probably would have gotten the Mud Bomb off. So I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like that was our win because we let the Mud Bomb go off. We let the couple hits come through. I don't know. It's okay. Tournament, maybe a restart. I don't know. Either way, the next game, it's Noctowl versus Noctowl. I am going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. And she will not shield. She's going to go ahead and go for what I assume to be a Sky Attack. You do not want to go for a Nightshade against a Noctowl, that's for sure. So, charging up energy, I'm probably going to switch my Psychic over to Nightshade because I never use Psychic on Noctowl, at least in this cup. So, I'll probably switch it over to Nightshade. At least you have something for, like, Bronzong, right? So, it makes a lot of sense. So, I probably will do that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and switch into Bronzong, trying to Confusion her down. She does switch into the Whiscash, going for this Shock? Yes, Shock. I was about to say Strike, but this is not Mewtwo. Shock. So she does hit us with a Mud Bomb, so this is definitely not favorable for us. Maybe I should have stayed in with the Noctowl. It's okay. It's okay. We're just going to let Bronzong go down at this point. So Bronzong will fall to Mud Bombs. And now we have a Poliwrath as well as that Noctowl, which is actually weak. So we bring in the Poliwrath. She will get off a charge move, so I'm going to go ahead and let this one go through. It is going to be a Mud Bomb, of course. No reason to go for a Blizzard. I am going to go ahead and get off an Ice Punch. And this Ice Punch will knock out that Whiscash. She will allow it to go through. And then we have Alolan Ninetales. That's not good for me, and neither is this. Yeah. So Noctowl goes down. As you can see, there's no way. There's no way. So no matter what I did, even if I didn't switch, I think this Ninetales would have gotten me anyway. I'm not sure. Maybe not, because we still would have had the Bronzong if we didn't switch it out, because she wouldn't have knocked me out with the Whiscash if we kept the Bronzong. Yeah, I would say that was a mistake. I should have played that game differently. That's okay. Anyway, it's my Shift Tree versus Probopass. And Probopass will go for Rock Slide. Does a lot of damage to us. I do decide to stay in, charging up a little bit of extra energy, going for the Leaf Blade. Perhaps trying to go for back-to-back Leaf Blades. We do get off 1, and we do get off 2, so that's definitely good for us. So thank you, Shift Tree. I really appreciate it. She will allow it to go through. And we can't get off a third one quite yet, so I'm going to go ahead and opt to shield this. Now, do I go for another one? Oh, no, she switches. So I actually click on my foul play before seeing what comes in. So obviously that was not a good foul play, but I didn't even know what was coming in. So I do bring in my my Bronzong, and I was like, okay, I could definitely just farm this down. There's no way she's going to beat me, even with an Ice Beam. Not a chance. So we're going to go ahead and take that Ice Beam. It does a decent amount, actually, so it's actually really close. So, you know, if I didn't get that foul play damage off, she actually would have beaten me. That's crazy. So I go for the Psyshock immediately. It doesn't really matter against the Shift Tree. We actually get off a Bulldoze. Bulldoze is better against Shift Tree, right? Let's see. I think it is better. Yeah, it's better. Bulldoze is better, I guess, against the Shift Tree, but that's okay. Anyway, we bring in Poliwrath. Have to shield this. Do not want to take that Leaf Blade. That's a lot of damage. We could survive it, but it's a lot of damage. We do go for that Ice Punch, trying to knock out the Shift Tree. Let's see if we can. We cannot, because the shield comes up and then a Leaf Blade comes up. This is not going to knock us out, but it's going to do a lot of damage, and we really can't recover. I mean, she still has a shield, so we really can't recover. Yeah, we're going to go for the Ice Beam, 100% expecting a shield, as you can see. She's going to go for the Leaf Blade, and she is going to knock us out of here. So, yeah, there's a Leaf Blade, and goodbye Poliwrath, and goodbye game, and good game, of course. But the games are still going on. We're only about 21 minutes in, so we're still going on. We're going to jump into another one. I lead with the Noctowl. She does lead with that Alolan Ninetales, so that's fine. Let's see how this plays out. We are bulky. We could take Charms. It's still doing a good amount of damage, but we are going to be able to get to the Sky attacks, which will threaten the Ninetales. So she's going to go ahead and shield. Totally fine. Wow, we're still taking a lot of damage from Charm. Is just so powerful. What's your favorite Charm user for this cup? Is it the Alolan Ninetales? Is it Wigglytuff? Have you tried one out? Let me know. We do go ahead and take both shields, so I am going to let Noctowl go down. So I am happy about taking both shields. We do lose the Pokemon, the lead advantage, but we do take both shields. So I am going to be able to bring in my Alolan Marowak, farm up a bunch of energy, because we're just going to grind down this Ninetales with Fire Spin. We could take a Psyshock. We could take an Ice Beam. Of course, it was going to be Psyshock. We still are very low in health, you know, but we're still able to take it. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball against this Whiscash. I wasn't sure if I had 2 Shadow Balls. I do not. However, we get to another one because of how much energy we charged up. And I believe this just outright knocks out that Whiscash. Yeah. So, way to go, Alolan Marowak. Alolan Marowak is probably my favorite fire type for this cup. Fire Spin, Bone Club, and Shadow Ball. I love it. So we're going to go ahead and shield that. And all I need to do is just shield the next Leaf Blade and get off a Blizzard. And we're going to go ahead and win this one. She did use both her shields up very early to win the lead. That's not a bad play. I'm not saying it's a bad play. It's not at all. But that definitely helped us in the long run, I think. So we are going to go ahead and win this one. So very good game. Very good game. So let's see what happens in the next game. I lead with Shift Tree. She leads with Probopass. So I'm going to just stay in this matchup. I don't mind this matchup. I think Shift Tree generally loses because of how squishy it is, but it's okay because we're still doing a lot of damage. So we are going to go ahead and go for that Leaf Blade. Is it better to go for Foul Play? Why am I going for Leaf Blades? Is it better to go for Foul Play? I have no idea, guys. It might be. Maybe I do win if I go for Foul Plays. I don't even know. Why am I going for Leaf Blades? It might be better for Foul Play. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I have no idea, guys. So I am going to go for another Leaf Blade. You know, I mean, both are neutral, right? I am correct about that, aren't I? I think I am. But Leaf Blade takes 1 less Snarl to get to. That's why I've been going for Leaf Blades. Anyway, we are going to get to another Leaf Blade, and before I faint down, I decide to just do as much damage as possible. So I do go for the Foul Play. And it actually does a decent amount. And then I bring in my Noctowl. I guess I could have switched into Noctowl without going for the foul play, and I had considered it. But the thing is, I was so low, I was afraid by the time I tried to switch that I would have been knocked out. So that's why I just went for the foul play just to do the damage. But anyway, we're trying to feint down the shift tree, and we do, although we almost get knocked out too. Anyway, Probopass comes in. This Sky Attack will be enough to knock out Probopass, as it does. And the final Pokemon, Whiscash, we actually get to another Sky Attack. That is crazy. I did not think we would be able to. But we do get to another Sky Attack, so that's totally cool. And that Whiscash is not looking too good. We are going to go ahead and bring in Shiftry. We do get to the Leaf Blade. So I figured, my thought process was, okay, let's go ahead and take the last shield. And then we'll be able, obviously the Shiftry will be knocked out. We'll let it be knocked out. Then we'll bring in my healthy Whiscash. And there's no way she's going to be able to beat my healthy with Whiscash with a weak Whiscash. That was my thought process, wasn't it? So, plus I have a shield too, so we go for the Mud Bomb, and she'll be able to get off either a Mud Bomb or a Blizzard. Could have taken either, but we decided, let's go ahead and go for the shield. No need to risk it. Might as well. So we do go for that Mud Bomb. And that will finish off Whiscash after the game decides to load. I don't know why. We haven't had a whole lot of glitches, at least I haven't, against her. Occasionally we had a little bit of glitches. Yeah, we were up till like 3 in the morning battling. Well, it was 3 in the morning for me. It was like midnight for her. But we were just having such a great time. It was so fun battling, and believe me, I appreciate the battles so much. Anyway, I gotta get out, so she's going to switch. Yeah, this is definitely not a good situation for me, but I couldn't stay in. My Alolan Mawak cannot touch that Noctowl at all. Not with the moves I have. I mean, maybe if you're going rogue and you're going with Fire Blast, but I'm not. So anyway, these Mud Bombs are just going to eat away at my Bronzong. We did do a decent amount to Whiscash, so at least we got it low. So I do go ahead and shield that, and I decided to go ahead and go for the Psyshock so we could win the match or take the shield. Let's see what happens. We do win that lead matchup. We are down a shield though, so that's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. Noctowl comes in, gonna go ahead and go for a charge attack. It will be that Nightshade, and that will knock us out, of course. So again, cannot bring in my Mawak. We are going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack against the opposing Noctowl, and this will be met with a shield. Totally fine, totally fine. We are going to go ahead and shield this one up as well. Yeah, game's not really looking too hot for us, but let's see. We are ahead of in health. Well, not anymore after this attack comes through, but we're in the yellow now, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack. She actually pulls an impressive switch to catch the Sky Attack, so that was a really nice play on her end. I am going to go ahead and switch into my Alolan Mawak, and this Rock Slide is actually going to do a lot of damage to us because we are weak to it. So I am going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Ball, but I think the Bone Clubs are better because it takes less energy, and Probopass is double weak to it, so a Bone Club I do think is better, but it's okay. I didn't see a way out anyway. No, there was no way out because she had a shield. I was going to say maybe if I didn't use the Sky Attack and I saved the Sky Attack for the Noctowl that came back in, but I wasn't going to be able to beat the Probopass anyway. So yeah, I didn't see a way out. So she does go ahead and win that one, so very good game. Very good game. So we're going to jump into another one. My Whiscash versus her Alolan Ninetales. And let's see what happens. I'm just sticking around, staying in. I am charging up. She's really eating my health alive. She really is. So let's see if she decides to commit shield. She will. So shield number 1. We get to another Mud Bomb. And this will be not shield number 2, so we're actually able to get to another Mud Bomb, and this definitely won't knock out Ninetales, but let's see if she shields. She does not, so it does take it low though, so we do lose the lead, but we did take a shield, so I'll take it. However, we're probably going to have to invest in a shield right now because we cannot take an Ice Beam. Well, we could take it with a Noctowl, we just don't want to. Right, so we're just going to farm down that Alolan Ninetales and see what comes in. It's going to be a Probopass. Got to get out. She switches as well into Noctowl. terrible situation for me. But what could I do? I mean, I couldn't stay in, right? I am going to go ahead and go for that foul play. At least it does something. So what am I going to do? Am I going to shield it to try and get to another foul play? No, I'm not. I'm just going to allow my shift tree to go down. And now we bring in Noctowl. Yeah, my Noctowl's not going to be able to touch Probopass. So Probopass is another good... I think Probopass is really good. It's just... It's double weak to ground and it's double weak to fighting. So you have to really be careful. But it's still fantastic against the flyers. Definitely one of the best anti-flyers, if not the best, for this cup. So yeah, Noctowl is definitely going to destroy Noctowl. Or did I say Noctowl is going to destroy Noctowl? I meant Probopass is going to destroy Noctowl. So she'll win that one. So very good game. Very good game. So for the next one, I am going to lead with my Noctowl, and she leads with Shift Tree. So this is positive for me. So we do get a positive lead. I am going to stay in until she decides to switch into a Probopass. I'm going to pull into my Poliwrath. I could have also switched it into Wishcash. I'm going to go ahead and shield this. You know what? It would have actually been better to switch into Wishcash for the threat of Thunderbolts. So I don't know why I switched into Poliwrath. A Wishcash could take whatever attacks this Probopass wants to throw at it, whereas I have to use shields because I'm afraid of Thunderbolt. So that was an error in judgment on my end. I thought both were going to be pretty good, but it's okay. We're going to go ahead and go for the Dynamic Punch, and that will be met with a shield. And we actually go for the Ice Punch because I wasn't sure I could get to a Dynamic Punch before she did get to her charge move. So that was probably a mistake. Yeah, mistakes all around. Anyway, Probopass goes down. Yeah, definitely should have brought in that Wishcash first. So that was definitely a huge error on my end. But it's okay. We're going to be able to take these attacks. Rock Slide, Thunderbolt. I switch immediately, and so does she. We switch literally at the same time, and I get off my Sky Attack, knocking out the Shift Tree. And the Wishcash is coming in. Gotta watch out for the Blizzard, although I can't do anything about it because I wasted my shields, so that's okay. At least we're getting damage off against this Wishcash, I guess. Yeah, I feel like the game would have been a little bit different had we put in the Wishcash instead of the Probopass. But anyway, we bring in Wishcash right now, going for the Mud Bomb. And it's not going to take it out, trying to get to another Mud Bomb. We actually do get to it. I was trying to charge up extra energy, and I was trying to feint this with Mud Shot, but she does switch, and I actually go for the Mud Bomb right now to knock out the Probopass. So Probopass goes down, and then she brings in the Wishcash, and we still win this despite that mistake that I thought that I made, but it ended up working out for us. So we do go ahead and win, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.